Good morning. I'm Corey Quinn reporting live from the scene of the recent US East 1 outage. I'm joined by Corey Quinn, who lived through the chaos. Corey, tell us what you saw.
What did I see? What didn't I see? It's 11:48 at night. I'm in my pajamas, minding my own business, and suddenly DynamoDB gone, vanished, like my useless brother-in-law when there's moving boxes to carry.
AWS said it was a race condition in their DNS.
A race condition? I don't need races, I need results. If I wanted a race, I'd watch the Belmont Stakes. My EC2s won't launch, my S3's crying, CloudWatch hasn't called in days. I raised these services better.
And how did your team handle it?
Terribly. Everyone's screaming. One guy's eating pretzels on the floor like it's the Last Supper. Someone says, let's fail over to Oracle. And I said, if you even think that evil in this house, I'll sit Shiva for you.
And what did you learn from all this?
Never trust a region named East. Always replicate. You don't even back up once in a while. What if something happens? God forbid. You think the cloud's immortal? Honey, please. I've seen health checks healthier than this region.
Any final words for those still recovering?
Yes, don't deploy on a Monday, eat something, and call your mother. She's worried you're still in a single region architecture.
From US East 1, I'm Corey Quinn. Recovery complete, guilt still ongoing. Now, what else did AWS get up to last week? I'm glad you asked. This episode is brought to you by Ona, formerly Gitpod. Are you tired of coding agents pushing your S3 bucket to the wrong AWS account, or having them commit your entire downloads folder because they thought your tax documents were part of the code base, all while using privacy policies that basically say that your customer data deserves a nice vacation on random cloud servers? Introducing Ona, where your coding agents run in isolated sandboxes securely within your own VPC. Ona lets you run agents at scale with workflows, bulk open requests that finally tackle that Java migration that you started in 2019, or automatically fix CVEs when your scans find them. Ona also supports private AI models through Amazon Bedrock that your corporate overlords might even approve of. Head to Ona, that's ONA.com, and get $200 of free credits using the code Screaming in the Cloud, because your laptop wasn't designed to babysit over-caffeinated rogue coding agents with root access. Charting the life of an Amazon CloudFront request. This is a technical deep dive blog post, not a service announcement. It's AWS explaining how CloudFront actually works under the hood, and it is super interesting. Go read it. Amazon U7i instances now available in Europe, London region. 6 terabytes of RAM in London because apparently someone's SAP HANA instance needed its own postcode. At roughly $73 an hour, this is data center in a box level expensive. Amazon Connect now supports automated follow-up evaluations triggered by initial evaluation results. Recursive evaluations mean your contact center agents now get scored on getting scored. At least the automation ensures consistent micromanagement at scale, which I'm sure will do wonders for morale and definitely won't cause perverse incentives around gaming the metrics. Overview and best practices of multi-threaded replication in RDS by MySqueal, RDS from MariaDB, and Aurora MySqueal. Nothing quite says we've been running databases for 15 years like a blog post explaining how to make replication not terrible. These are settings you should have had enabled by default, not tucked behind parameters that require a PhD to configure properly. Nitro enclaves are now available in all AWS regions, finally rolling out everywhere after being, quote, generally available since 2020. At least there's no nickel and diming here since you just pay for the EC2 instance. It's a relic of a simpler time. That said, convincing your apps team that they need isolated compute environments is the real challenge, not regional availability. Streamline in-place application upgrades with VPC Lattice, which Lattice solves real migration headaches, but calling it streamlined when you still need weighted target groups, listener rules, and gateway API controllers is generous. At least it beats manually juggling ALBs and Route 53 during a botched EKS upgrade at 3 a.m.
This episode is sponsored by my own company, the Duckbill Group. Having trouble with your AWS bill? Perhaps it's time to renegotiate a contract with them. Maybe you're just wondering how to predict what's going on in the wide world of AWS. Well, that's where the Duckbill Group comes in to help. Remember, you can't duck the duckbill bill, which I am reliably informed by my business partner is absolutely not our motto.
Build a proactive AI cost management system for Amazon Bedrock, Part 2. This is a two-part article on how to build a system to track expenses faster than the AWS billing time out of Lambda functions, CloudWatch metrics, and popsicle sticks. It takes less time than reading the post to get that outcome with Anthropic's API natively. Bedrock is really coming from behind, being hampered by the very AWS systems that empower it. CloudWatch introduces interactive incident reporting. Specifically, they did so the day after a massive incident took them down for half a day in Virginia, apparently without a trace of irony. Amazon MQ is now available in AWS Asia Pacific New Zealand region. More excitingly, DynamoDB is now available in US East 1. CloudWatch Synthetics now supports bundled multi-check canaries. Stuffing 10 monitoring checks into a single canary is some horrifying taxidermy. The secret region is now available for the Secret West. What does this cost? That's classified as some genius level price gouging. And of course, AWS put out an entire retrospective on what actually caused the outage. Turns out this stuff is complicated. There will be much wailing and gnashing of teeth, but nothing really is going to change. Not materially. Isn't that a happy, comforting, but also depressing thought? Anyway, thanks for listening. Talk to you later.